So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with a LIGHTSWORN Shiranu deck profile, and today we got Jesse KOTTON. You guys don't know who Jesse is. Been all over live stream. What is it? 7th place at Nats. What is it? Top 8 YCS Toronto. 3rd place 16. YCS Toronto. Top 16 Nats. Lots of tops for a kid at a very young age. So Jesse, what deck do you have to profile us for today?
I have my Shiranu LIGHTSWORN deck.
Okay, so what's so good about this deck?
When it opens up good, it probably has the best opening any other deck in the game. It just really, and it's consistent as well. Like, it's maybe not as consistent as like BA's, but it is super consistent still. And like the boards it make is unrivaled. It's really good too. It's a lot of fun to play, and I actually really considered playing this for YCS Toronto this year. And I think with the BANLIST especially, this deck can be a top tier deck. Sad thing is though, you do need one Minerva for the deck.
Okay, awesome. So without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile.
Sure. So for the Shiranui engine, which is actually more important than the LIGHTSWORNs, 3 Solitaire, definitely because it's important. Spearmaster. So people that don't know what Spearmaster does, it's basically when it's summoned or normal summoned. You special summon Solitaire from the grave or from the hand. Yeah. That's not that relevant, although you do use it sometimes. The main effect is that whenever it's banished, you can destroy one face-up card your opponent controls, which is really good. Also, what people don't know about Shiranui Solitaire is that besides being a Lone Fire Blossom for zombies, when it's banished, it special summons any other banished Shiranui. So you'll see some combos you can do that later.
Nice.
That make the deck really strong.
Can it special summon itself?
No, it cannot summon itself. It has to be something besides Solitaire. Unizombie, only 2 of them because you don't want to mill them, you want to mill better cards. Also, if you draw too many normal summons, you can just brick. You basically play 5 of them with the Solitaires, but Solitaire is better to mill because of its banish effect. Also, if you open up just this with 0 other live cards, it's not Omega, you can't make Omega yet. But with just Solitaire, you can make 1 Omega. You can easily get this, Tribute Special Unizombie, SamHamTV, bring back this, and then make Omega.
Yeah, awesome.
3 Mizukis, if you don't know what Mizuki does, it's really good.
Yeah, and it has no like level restriction. Yeah,
well, level restriction won't even matter because like we don't really play anything higher than level 4.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that it's not once per turn, and that makes it really, really good.
Exactly.
Back in a time when you couldn't abuse combos, or I mean you could, but like not to the extent we can today. 1 Zombie Master, because when you mill it, you banish it, or whenever you can just like get it, it's just a really good way to use your dead cards, like your Wolves and your Gem Knights in hand. Yep. To turn them into like cards on field and like make combos with them. It's really good for late game pushes, or when you draw all monster hands going first. Playing more than 1 though can break. 2 Lila for backward destruction. It's a LIGHTSWORN name. 1 Raiden. Raiden's not as important as Lila because like often you have a better normal summons being your Solitaire or your Unizombie. So Raiden's not amazing. The main use is that you charge for it, and then it's a tuner to make Omega if you did not see a Unizombie. Other than that though, it's not that important. Also, when you soul charge it back or instant fusion it back, it's level 4 and a tuner, so you can make Omega with like just instant fusion. Whereas Unizombie, if you bring it back with Norden and instant fusion, it's level 3 and you can't make Omega. And you have to make something else like Clear Wing. Yeah. 3 Wolves is the last LIGHTSWORNs. It's really good because you can send with Brilliant Fusion or Recharge. Like unlike Felice, it's off spell effects too, which makes it really good. And you're not milling that much with monster effects besides Minerva, so Felice isn't amazing. It's just really good because it extends your combos a lot. It also makes your recharges and charges live. And then 2 Goblin Bergs, you draw all monsters, this helps you get them out of your hand. Accelerates your Minerva or your Omegas. 1 Gem Knight. It doesn't actually matter what it is, I just don't own a Garnet, so I use this. Like, it's not really relevant. Actually, it matters that it's level 4, so that you can make Exceeds with it. But any level 4 is fine. 2 Fairy Tale Snow. This card is probably the best card in the deck.
This card is really good.
This card is nuts. Basically, if you know what this card does, is whenever it's normal or special summons, you can turn 1 monster your opponent controls face down. But what makes it busted is that during either player's turn, you can banish 7, whilst the card's in your graveyard. Yeah. You can banish 7 cards from your hand, field, to grave. Cards, not monsters. Cards. Because you play like a lot of spells in this deck. Yeah. You can bring it back from the graveyard, and then basically then when it's summoned, you can turn a monster face down. So, lets you extend your plays, you can do it in the battle phase to keep attacking. You can banish your Shiranuis to get their effects. You can look on Moon on their turn. Like, basically what you do a lot of the time is once you mill a lot, you have these 3 in your grave. On their turn, you'll banish 5 cards plus these 2, so that's 7. You'll bring this back and use both of their effects. Yeah. All 3 of their effects. Turn 1 monster face down, destroy 1 monster, and then special summon back to the field to use again. Wow. So it's really good, and BA struggle because it turns the monsters face down. Monarchs like have 1 play a turn, or 2 plays a turn, so they lose to it sometimes too. The only thing really isn't amazing against is probably Pendulum and Cosmo. It's not the only way to win, right? It's just probably the best way to win. Spells now, I play a lot of spells because milling isn't as important in the deck. You can win without milling amazing, but it's more important to draw a better hand than mill. Also, because of Fairy Tale, any spells you mill actually become worth something. So 2 charge, 3 recharge, obviously just to fill your grave. And then Foolish, for obvious reasons. Soul Charge, probably is like the best spell, because
so
like you make really big boards. Barrel Flame for Dimension. You do a lot of banishing with the Fairy Tale Snows, and also with Mizuki. It's just that to extend your combos with Mizuki. Worst comes worst, if you don't have Mizukis in the grave, you can just like make your Fairy Tales, put more cards in the grave for Fairy Tale. Also, against like Cosmos, and if your opponent has Omega, you can put them back in the graveyard to make their town not work, or to make their Omegas that kind of go to the grave. Also, you can Omega their card and put that card back in the grave.
Yeah.
3 Lifetime Offerings. This card's very underrated. In this deck, you have a lot of dead cards in hand. This is a way to like get rid of the dead cards and then get a spell. And your spells are so powerful in this deck; they can just win you the game by themselves. Like Soul Charge, Instant Fusion, Brilliant Fusion. Also, the cards you banish get effects, right? Your Shiranuis. And with Omega, you can just put anything you banish back into the grave. 3 Pots of Desires. This is really, really good.
Wow, triple pots.
Yeah, you draw 2 with it. It puts another card on the grave for your Fairy Tale. And anything you banish, you can put back in your grave with Omega. So it basically turns into a search card as well as a draw 2, which is ridiculous. It's better in this deck than probably any other deck at the moment. The only thing that can backfire is if you banish all your tuners with it, because then if you have no tuners, you can't make Omega and you can't put anything back in your grave. But besides that, like you can just recover anything you banish. 3 Instant Fusions for obvious reasons. 3 Billion Fusions. People don't like LIGHTSWORN as much, but I think it's ridiculously good. Like if you open this, plus you zombie your Shiranui Solitaire, you put yourself like 2 Omegas and you get a Fairy Tale in the grave. It's just really good. And it's it puts more cards in your grave for the Fairy Tale as well. Like you could like offset the 1 and pretty easily, because level 4 you discard, you banish for Lifetime Offering, and if you ever draw it or if you mill it, you can put it back with Emerald. If you banish it, you put it back in the grave and then Emerald it, because you use Emerald like a lot in your late games. Like I've resolved Brilliant Fusion multiple times just by keeping them Seraph Knight and Amber in the grave, putting them back and using it again.
Nice. Because
if you send a Wolf with a 2, it's like a 5 plus a 4 for 1 card, and it puts a lot of cards in your grave.
Awesome. So is that pretty much it for your main? No traps, right?
No traps. You don't really want traps. The only thing you can really argue is playing Mischief for the Gnomes and Breakthrough Skill, because like they can be used in the grave. And like there's this 1 trap that like says you can target Omega.
Oh yeah, Rise of Full Heights?
Yeah. But that card's kind of gimmicky. I don't like it, because if they just have an answer to Omega, it's kind of shit. Where like if you just looping Mizukis instead, even if they have an answer to Omega, then you have the Mizukis just remake Omega, where the trap doesn't remake Omega.
Yes.
So I have Minerva, which is really good. You don't necessarily need it. Like it doesn't make any essential combos, but it does like unbreak your hands a lot.
Yeah.
So it is kind of necessary. Also, like popping cards is really good, because people will be scared to kill it, but they have to, because I draw cards that they don't. So they'll attack into it, and I can pop cards. Like that helps a lot. And then Giant Hand, you make this a lot turn 1 with the Dweller. You can drop like triple Omega with the Giant Hand and the Dweller, and that's just really good. And then Dweller, which is really good. Like, you can argue playing 2 Dwellers, but I think 1/1 is fine with the Emerald to put them back. Cast Delta to clear boards, and that's my rank 4s. Oh, sorry, no, I play more rank 4s. I play the Utopia engine. Sorry, I didn't have a 3rd. This one's actually really good. A lot of the time, if they have big like Cosmos or Pendulums, it's really hard to like clear all of them. What this guy does is if you have 3,000 less life points in your opponent, or 3,000 or more, sorry, you can put on top Utopia, detach all your materials, or 3 materials, reduce your life to 10, and destroy and banish all their special summon monsters, and deal 300 for each.
Wow.
So it's a board to clear as an Exceed, so that's really important. Yeah, and then like you can put Utopia lining on the top, make anything else just like not get their effects. So it's really good. They have a lot of like utility in them. They kill Heralds with this because they can't negate it. This just clears Cosmo boards. And the one F-Zero is like actually better in this than it is in BA, surprisingly, because you can use your Dead Minerva's, Castels, Dwellers, and Giant Hands, or Emeralds even, just to make this, and like it just steals things. And like a lot of the times you can't kill Cosmo monsters. It's a good way to deal with it. Probably my favorite thing though is with Fairy Tale Snow. Where is it? So if you steal a monster with Fairy Tale Snow, in the battle phase you can summon Fairy Tale, banishing the monster you stole. So you can steal the monster, attack with it, and then banish it.
Wow.
Bring back this and keep attacking.
That's pretty sick.
So you can, like, not only do you steal their destroyer, then you're then banishing it as fuel for your 1850 monster. And if you then have these two banished,
you get their effects. You get a pop.
Where's my other Shiranui? So right here, I can pop and then special this, keep attacking, and make a rank 4 afterwards too. And like that's why Fairy Tail is really good because like it puts you so far ahead.
That's pretty dope.
Like I was playing a game and I desired really all my tuners, and it was like I was playing from behind, but I had to restrict. And in order to stop him from making like rank 5s, I just kept stealing his primes and then banishing him for Fairy Tail and then popping cards and then putting on so much pressure. And eventually he ran out of primes. Like he only have 3, and he couldn't win anymore. Couldn't get over restrict. Because people aren't going to side Twin Twister for Lightsworn deck.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it, because I'm okay playing traps. I'm siding Floodgates.
Yeah.
3 Omega's probably
best card.
Second best card of Fairy Tail, or the best card. Like, it's really good. And the times you open up triple Omega or double Omega is ridiculous. And looping cards for your Fairy Tail or your Mizukis wins you, like, so many games.
Awesome.
And then clearing for when you can't use Unizombie and make it a 4. You can just play this against like a lot of decks and so they shut them off. One Norden, obviously, for your instant fusions, and the one Seraph Knight for
one Seraph Knight for their what is it? All right, Jesse. Do you have any combos that you can showcase with this deck?
There's not necessarily as combos. It's kind of to open up hands to see where they go, right? Because there's so many different combinations of cards that lead to very big boards. Like there's no really set standard combo. Basically, your entire hand is you try to see how many Omegas can I drop how fast. And if I have more cards, I can do more than that. I'm going to try to drop Giant Hands, Minerva, and Dweller on the first turn.
All right, awesome. So do you consider playing this deck for the next upcoming format?
Definitely, because I consider playing it for YGOPro Toronto. With every deck weekends now, I would definitely consider it.
Okay, awesome. Do you have anything else you want to say about this deck or anything? Before we go?
This deck's a lot of fun.
All right, really damn. Okay, awesome. And thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you for showing Case the deck profile. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. All right, guys. Peace.